I think that what we see is that the simple answer is we could always use more. But the reality is we have to learn to do more with less. But I think that there is the opportunity to create more opportunities for the officers and to be innovative in scheduling and to be innovative in staffing to ensure that we have adequate personnel on the street at targeted times when we're the most busy, and to ensure that both the community and the officers are safe.
I don't think that there's enough officers in any police department. I think you need, I think every police department is kind of understaffed at the moment. We did have the recession of, 2009, 2010, in which departments cut personnel and things of that nature. For the population that's currently in Shelton, it's almost 10,000 people. You have 9 patrol officers patrolling the streets, as well as 3 sergeants who are supervisors, so that's 12 people over a 24-hour period. So I don't think that that's enough police officers to fully, just deal with the situations in town. Because we're just not crime fighters, we're out here solving problems, and it takes, more than a couple of people to do that. So I'll be taking a look at the staffing levels and seeing what we can do to enhance that.
There's so many models out there that determine what's the proper number of officers to have per capita per 1,000 residents. I know Shelton is just slightly below 10,000 residents. There's 21 officers that work for the city of Shelton. Some of those are also reserve officers. Do I believe that's enough for a community this size of just under 10,000? Obviously, there could be more. If you look at the crime rates and recent crime that's occurred within the city, most of the crime has actually gone down. If you look at the annual report, you'll see that the majority of crimes, especially the NIDRS crimes, have gone down. Some have gone up slightly. It's about, you've got to deploy your people according to the data. You've got to understand. I said it in the room here not too long ago. It's about working smarter, not harder, and you work smarter by letting the data dictate how you deploy your people. If a lot of certain crimes are happening at 2 a.m. along a certain stretch of or a certain area of Shelton, then it behooves the police department to look at that and say, well, maybe we need to increase patrols in that particular area during this particular time and this day of the week to help curtail that and turn that, to get it back to where it needs to go, which is trending the opposite direction. So it's about working smarter.
No, that's the easiest part. I can tell you that from anywhere you go. But the reality here is, as small as Shelton is, it's still spread out enough. It's still the county seat, and it has the big city issues that you would have anywhere else. Would I love to see an officer on every street corner? No. I mean, that's a little unrealistic. Do I wish you could get more involved? Yes. And that's not necessarily even putting them on patrol. There are things out there that can be done in the community with officers that not necessarily are in patrol but support the patrol aspect of it. In other words, you're going to relieve some of the work for patrol by bringing an officer into other areas of this.